Even though I come from the bottom, I know that I'm here for a reason. They wanna see me fall, they wanna take it all, but I just kept on believing. I made it through the storm and the rain, conquered all of my pain.
All right, y'all, it's your girl MayBae here with
Big Shine, not the little one.
Tell them where to follow you.
My Facebook Shine2 Extra. That's where you can follow me.
What about TikTok?
TikTok is Shine2 Extra and YouTube is Shine2 Extra.
Okay, so y'all make sure y'all go follow her and follow me, MayBae, everywhere. MayBaeLife, MayBae University on Facebook, and the combo on YouTube and MayBaeLife on YouTube. TikTok, MayBaeLife. Everywhere else is MayBae or MayBaeLife. You can type in MayBae and find me everywhere. Anyways, we got a wig from YMS, and it's ginger with a dark root, and we're about to install on Sunshine and see what we come up with. We'll see what happens. It's been a long time. I don't know. You know, doing my own hair and doing somebody else's hair, two different things. So we'll see. It's been a while, y'all. But good thing I ain't got to braid none up, because, baby, not with these things. You know?
Slicking back.
That wasn't gonna happen. So first things first, I'm going to cut this off, because this is never used, ever. I don't even know why they put this on there anymore, because it's not like this is a 360. So, I mean, you can sew it down, but you're going to sew it down without this net anyway. So I don't know why they even bother putting this on here anymore nowadays. At first, I knew what the reason was, but now I don't. So, because I never used it ever in life. So, yep. And before we get into putting anything else with this, I'm going to slick her back like Slick Rick and put a ball cap on her. Hair cap, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, so be careful. Or maybe not. Look how hard I have a hand wiggling. I'm not really focused on this part of her hair at all. I just need her edges to stay out of my way. To do a good install for me, for MayBae, to do a good install, I need all the little baby hair to lay down and do what they are supposed to do so they can stay out of my way, honey. I had to voice over this part because we were saying some things you cannot hear, okay? So, yeah, I need all her edges to be slick, like down, honey. I need them down to where they cannot move, because when you go to put the cap on, if the edges aren't, you know, firmly placed to the head and slick back, they tend to slide up the edges, and then you have to try to tuck them back with the cap on. It's kind of hard to do. So if you get them fully secured first, you don't really have to worry about that. That's why we do braids a lot of times. So now I'm going to cut her ear holes out, you guys, to help the cap stay firmly on her head where I need it to be. I have her pull it down past her chin to keep it firm. Don't worry about the little run in there. It won't matter at the end. You know, stockings run when you put holes in them, so it is what it is. But you want to cut a little hole, put her ears, you know, through it, so that way you see the hair's laying down, the stocking's laying down. Cut a little hole for her nose, just so she could breathe more comfortably. This really doesn't make a difference, but, you know, you want your person that you're doing their hair, because she's not my client, you know, but you want your client, if you're doing hair, to be able to breathe, you know. I've noticed that when you do the got to be glued and you're sealing the cap to the hair, the edges by the ear never really want to, like, stay put. They always try to lift, and they always try to finagle their way out of the situation here. So get out of the way, maybe. So what I end up doing is holding those parts down, you know, by the sideburn area, by the ear, so then that way they can go ahead and be secure. So now you see I got the cap off. I already cut it all up. I sprayed some tint on her head to try to color match her skin to the cap the best that I could. And now I'm drying the tint, so then that way it will go ahead and, blend and won't move and won't be wet when I go to put the wig on. You want to try to blend the color of her skin to her scalp. Well, the bald cap, which is creating her new scalp, if you will. And then you're going to go ahead and you're going to take the glue. I'm using Bold Hold. And you're going to put little drops, little dots, if you will, all the way around. And you're going to make them little. You don't want big old drops, big old, goops of glue. But you want to make sure, see, I put mine underneath the bald cap. I go along the edges of the bald cap where I cut, and then I will put the glue there, which is below the hairline, never touching the hairline whatsoever. And I go ahead and I place my glue that way. I take my popsicle stick, if you will, and I will, basically like try to push that down a little bit, just a little bit. And also it removes excess, like whether you want it to or not. It's going to start drying, so it's going to get sticky and it's going to start taking some of the glue with it, which is cool because if you put too much, it helps you out a little bit. But you take that stick, go ahead and spread the little dots, and then you go around and, just keep going around it. If you feel like you got too much in one area, you want to go ahead and smooth that out. I go down first on the first application, so I put the glue around the stocking cap, like right at the border where I cut it, and then I go down just a little bit, just a tiny bit. You don't want to run it too far down because you don't want her hairline way, way down her forehead. So what I do is I just go ahead and I just little by little go ahead and, pull it down just a little bit all the way around. Then I'll let that coat dry. Take a blow dryer, start drying it some more so it can get clear. Once it's clear, you know that it's ready for the second coat. I do apply 3 coats, depending on how long the person wants their hair to last, is depending on how many coats of glue. I did ask her during this process, I said, hey, how long you want this wig to hold up? Like, how long do you want it to stay on? Let me know, so then that way I can know how much glue I need to put on here, And she was like, oh, I want it to hold for a little minute. So I'm like, all right, cool. But then she told me that she was going to get braids come Halloween. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, it don't need to stay that long then. A couple weeks tops, and that's it. But you see how one side is already clear, so it's already drying up. The glue is already setting. See how clear it is now? And now we're going to go ahead and get ready. Now, see, look at Tati in the background playing. What's she saying? So now I'm going to take this wig and I am going to place it on her head. I already made my 3 slits in the wig. The 3 slits that I make are to be able to put each side down with the glue correctly. Like, I like to really make sure that I can lay the wig where I want it, and it gives me more control. The base of the hairline is going to be. Some people's edges come out further than others, so to me it's vital that I'm able to cut the wig into 3 different sections because I put the top down first, and then I'm able to work with the sides. If the sides are back further or if the sides are up further than the immediate hairline up at the top, I'm able to go ahead and slide it the way I want it to. So this wig cap was kind of small. It didn't fit the way I would wanted it to. But it is what it is. We made it do what it do, baby. Either which way it goes, we made it work. You know what I'm saying? But I went ahead, like I said, and I stuck the middle down first. I'm going to take the comb and I'm going to go through the top. I'm pushing it down as I'm combing through. I'm also holding the lace down with my hand. I am, scraping it down, like pushing down on the lace and the glue, so that way the lace and the glue like adhere together and they stick well. Now see the sides, like she has a widow's peak at the top, but she also has a part of her edges that come out like really, really pronounced on the side of her head, and then her sideburns go back further. So I wanted to be able to cut that accordingly to her hairline and try to get it as close as possible, you know. And I'm glad that I cut the 3 strips, because it allows you to play with the sides and make sure that the sides are laying how her sides lay, because you already got that top down. It's already stuck to the glue. So now you can pull that over and manipulate the wig to go ahead and make her sides, you know, go over where her edges already are, if you will. So yeah, that's what I'm doing on this side right now. I'm trying to go ahead and get the edges to match. I want the hairline on the wig, or where I'm going to do the baby hairs, to actually match where her hair already is. And I'm going to do the same thing, even though my arm is in the way. I'm just pushing back, pushing the hair back with the comb as I like push the lace into the glue. So it goes both ways. And then I always like got to see where the sides are going to be. So I take the side section that is going to be her sideburns, and I go ahead and I you know, try to envision those now. So I'll take a little piece down and I'll go ahead and look at it. Okay, boom, that's where I want that. Okay, I need to make sure that this part is stuck right here. So let me push on this. Let me comb this back. You know, you have to play with it a little bit to make sure it's where you want it to be. You know, everybody installs wigs differently. To me, there is no right, there is no wrong. You know, as long as you come out with good results, who cares? Now, like I said, I was rusty. I haven't been doing nobody else's hair in a long, long time. Now, I think I did my daughter's wig a while back, but I didn't really get into it, you know, like really get into it, you know. I would say that this week I got into it more than what I got into when I did Tati's. Tati's I don't really put a lot of attention into, because she snatches it off really quick. She doesn't keep hairstyles long at all, so I feel like it's kind of a waste of time to put all I can into a wig that she's going to snatch off in 2 days. So yeah. But when it came to Sunshine, that's why I asked her, like, how long for sure are you going to wear this wig? Because if we only talking about 2 days here, I'm not even going to, you know, use any glue. I'm going to use some spray, and we just going to do what it do. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no point in putting all that time into something that you're not going to wear. You know, as a hairstylist, I'm like, dang, girl. Like, wear the wig. Let it wear itself. Come on, like, get it together. But she said she was going to wear it for a little bit, so... Even if she wears it for, you know, 2 weeks, that's long enough, you know. So go ahead and push it down. Rub that lace into that glue, girl. Secure the lace, honey. Secure the lace. You know, and go ahead and, you know, get your little edges right and see where you're going to put it and what you're going to do. And, you know, get it right. And that's what you got to do when you're doing a wig. Yes. Well, you know, this curling iron really is starting to really disappoint me. I bought it as a replacement to my other one that I had since beauty school, and it's just not it at all. It doesn't get hot enough. It's just not doing its job at all. It really disappoints me. So I'm going to go on around and just beach wave her hair and let that just be what it is. I need to get a new curling iron, you know, one that gets hot enough to do it, or give me a wand or something. I got to do something. The reason why I stopped using the wands, because they get so hot that I feel like they burn the hair, you know. But maybe I could, you know, make it do what it do if I just don't leave it on that long. But I'd rather do a curling iron like this, but I would rather have one that gets hotter than that, because that one don't get hot at all. I mean, it gets hot, but it ain't hot enough to make it do what it do, you know. It's like barely curling and stuff. And I don't know, I don't like that. So I'm going to get a new one. But now it's time to take that strap off her head and show you what exactly this wig is hitting for, honey. We got to show you what it do when it do what it do. Come on now, take that out. Take that out. Put it down. Put it down. Now, I wish this frontal would have been parted a little bit deeper, but you can't because the tracks are right there. A lot of the cheap wigs, they're wigs, they're cheaply made. The frontal is really, 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 shallow. It's not deep. You can't part it deep. You really can't go too far to the left. You can't go too far to the right. You just can't do too much because if you do, you're going to show everything. So I tried to create the same wave it already had, kind of, but with slicking them edges back and, getting it right. One more thing I'm going to do is put some makeup on the part to try to make it look a little bit more realistic. And we're going to do that right about now, guys.
My sister, the love of my life, and all my reasons to live.